In this video, we're going to be previewing the 8-9 game here in the South region between the number 8 seed, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the number 9 seed, the Texas A&M Aggies, in what should be a great matchup. For Nebraska, they break their NCAA tournament drought and get back into the field here as an 8 seed, 23-10 record coming into the tournament. They finished third in the Big Ten this year. They surprised a lot of people. They lost in the semifinals of the Big Ten tournament. They played pretty well in the first half of that game against Illinois, but they could not finish the deal. This is a team that's playing well. They've won 7 out of their last 9 games coming into the NCAA tournament. They're balanced in terms of whether they're offense heavy or defense heavy. 36th in the nation in offensive efficiency, 30th in the nation in terms of defensive efficiency. Now, Nebraska plays a really strange pace. They're really fast on the offensive end, 45th in the nation in terms of offensive tempo, 333rd in the nation in terms of defensive tempo. So they get up shots quick on the offensive end and make teams really work on the defensive side of things. Just somewhat of a unique pace for the Cornhuskers. Nebraska on the offensive end really reliant on that 3 ball. 44.5% of their shots are from beyond the arc. That's 30th most in the country, and they hit 35.8% of their threes, which is 74th best in the nation. Now, the key player for Nebraska, obviously everybody's going to be talking about Keisei Tominaga, the lefty sniper. He's going to be a lot of fun to watch, but he's not my key player. Their big man, Rink Mast, is my key player to watch out for the Cornhuskers. He's a stretch big man. He can hurt you off the dribble. He can also hit threes, 34% from beyond the arc. Nebraska plays a lot of 5-out offense. Look out for Rink Mast. He could be a little bit of a matchup problem. And Nebraska is 15-5 this year when Rink Mast scores 10 or more points. Usually when he plays well and creates a matchup problem, Nebraska wins. Now, my concern for the Cornhuskers is they struggle to rebound the basketball. They're outside of the top 200 in both offensive and defensive rebounding, and they lack size a little bit because Rink Mast is really their only true big man. He's the only guy over the height of 6'8" that really gets significant minutes. For the Cornhuskers, rebounding is a problem. For the Texas A&M Aggies, they come into the tournament as a 9 seed here with a 20-14 record overall. They finished 7th in the SEC before they went on a run to the SEC tournament semifinals, and they played really well in the SEC tournament for the most part. This team is all about superior guard play and rebounding, which is very important here in this matchup against Nebraska. Their electric guard duo of Wade Taylor and Tyrese Radford combine for 35 points per game. The two of them are experienced, and they can get their buckets from anywhere on the floor. Neither one a consistent three-point shooter, but they can get hot from 3. They're both streaky. So watch out for those two. This is the number 1 offensive rebounding team in the country. They get a ton of second chance points, which again is going to loom large here in this matchup. My key player, other than Taylor and Radford, to look out for is Anderson Garcia. He's a guy who comes off the bench for Texas A&M. He's a bench forward, only averages 6 points per game, but he leads A&M in rebounds, 9.5 points per game. 9.5 rebounds per game for Garcia. This guy is just an energy guy off the bench and can really fire this team up and get them some second chance points. Look out for Garcia. Now, the concern for Texas A&M is they are not a great 3-point shooting team if you take the entire season as a sample size. 28.4% for beyond the arc. That is pretty poor. 353rd in the nation there for the Aggies, but they've been shooting it better as of late. Yeah, this matchup here in an 8-9 game comes down to a couple of different things between Texas A&M and Nebraska, at least for me. The first thing is the rebounding, right? Nebraska outside of the top 200 in rebounding. They can struggle there. They lack size at certain positions. Texas A&M will kill you on the glass if you struggle to rebound the basketball. Number one in the nation in offensive rebounding. They could get a ton of second chance points. Three-point shooting, going to be big. Nebraska needs the three ball to be efficient on the offensive end. And as a whole, Texas A&M has struggled from beyond the arc, but they're shooting it better as of late. They hit 35% of their threes in the SEC tournament. Wade Taylor, in particular, is starting to heat up from beyond the arc. I think the Aggies have superior guard play here in this one as well. They're a deep team. I think this is going to be a solid matchup, and I do like this Nebraska team. It's one of those classic 8-9 games. You got to pick one of them. I'm going to go with the Texas A&M Aggies to get it done here as a 9 seed. I think they're going to create some problems on the glass, get some second chance points, and they're shooting well enough to at least make defenses respect them from beyond the arc, which is key. Give me the Aggies to move on to the second round of the NCAA tournament. Do you want to win your March Madness bracket pool? Do you want to not only beat your friends and family, but absolutely humiliate them? If you like the sound of that, subscribe down below to College Hoops Tonight, because we're previewing all 36 first round games of the NCAA tournament to give you the edge you need to nail your bracket and absolutely crush your friends and family in your bracket pool.